Another day of American citizens being killed by illegals who didn't belong in this country, and the Democrats refuse to speak on it.
The individual arrested, Rory Alvaranga, he's being charged this morning with murder one, 2 counts of murder second degree at First District Court. They live in the same household, so they rent bedrooms at that location, and there's general spaces throughout the house that they share, living room, kitchen, bathroom. So they cohabitate, they're acquaintances of one another. As far as a relationship, I'm not aware of a specific domestic relationship between those two.
I want to stress that this didn't have to happen. I know there's a lot of discussion around the country in Washington, D.C., but particularly recently in Albany concerning our 287G program that we have with ICE. This is just an example of what happens when you have open borders. So the individual who is now a defendant in this case for 2 homicides in our county came to this country in 2016 at 12 years of age. That individual was released when apprehended and allowed to stay in this country, even though that individual was an unaccompanied minor. In 2022, the federal government had a program where any unaccompanied minors that were in the United States automatically would receive papers that let them stay here legally in the form, I believe, of a green card. Here's what's wrong with that policy. First of all, why are we letting people that are undocumented into our country? Number two, why are we letting an unaccompanied minor into our country to run around basically without any supervision whatsoever? And then that individual grows up and automatically gets legal status in our country. This is a policy that has resulted today in 2 women being killed. One 32, one 42 years of age, but they're no longer with us because of failed policies in the past that our state government is trying to reinstitute here in New York State. 287G in New York State has worked very well, and particularly here in Nassau County. We have removed over 2,000 illegal migrants with criminal records ranging from attempted murder, rape, robbery, burglary, drug dealing, gang activity, assault, and remove those 2,000 individuals, not only from Nassau County, but from the whole region and our state.
I mean, it's so sad. Of course, you won't see the Democrats giving those families their condolences because they want this. They want this so bad. 2 American citizens killed because of failed policies and open borders. Like, could you imagine that? 2 people killed by someone who has been in this country since he was 14 years old, an unaccompanied minor who had no guidance. Probably didn't even want to fucking be here, don't even know how he got here to begin with, or why he was here to begin with. Where's his parents? But yet, I recently just made a video of how in Los Angeles, Democrat reps are now pushing for non-citizens to be able to vote for our policies in this country. And they don't see a fucking problem with this. They don't see a problem with it. Oh, but Americans kill Americans every single day. Yeah, and that's something that our country has laws in place to be dealt with. But it's more of a fucking problem when it's a death that could have been avoided. It reminds me of when Jasmine Crockett said that it wasn't, I can't quote her exactly, but she was just basically saying, like, it's the same thing that if an American killed a person here, or if an illegal killed somebody here, it's the same type of feeling. It's really not the same type of feeling because that illegal didn't belong in this country, so this could have been prevented. My child, my loved one could still be alive. Because although, yeah, there are American citizens that kill each other, it wasn't one that killed my child. A death is more painful and takes more of a toll, even though it's not less painful if it is an American citizen, but it's more painful when it's someone who didn't belong here and was here because of failed policies and open borders and Democrats who pushed for them to be here. It's more painful when that person is the one who takes the life of an American citizen. Because point blank, period, no matter how you want to put it, if they weren't here, that person would still be alive.